Heyo! Welcome to episode 16 of Create This Book 2 by Mariah Elizabeth and Ashleigh Monet. That would be me. I'm excited to be back on schedule with Create This Book. Finally got caught up this week. You'll see more about it in the prompts that I did. But yeah, had a good weekend. We are caught up. I love that you guys were loving the length of the last one. I was terrified when I started editing and realized, oh my gosh, this is gonna be like the longest video ever. But y'all watched. Kudos. You guys are the good ones. This one is gonna be significantly shorter. It's a Create This Book 2 week, which means we only have 3 prompts to tackle. But I did my best to make them good for you guys. Add a little fluff where I could. Because as much as you wanna hang out with me, I wanna hang out with you. Starting to kick around the idea of live streaming. Then it could really be just like a long video of just chatty for the type of people that are into that kind of thing. I'm so nervous about it though. I don't know why it's so intimidating to me. I guess I'm terrified I'll have some sort of like technical difficulty and y'all will be watching and the pressure's on and I don't know. We'll see. But we gotta get to the art. So enough of me talking. Let's jump right in and see what I can create. Okay, first prompt for the week. Create a to-do list. All right, pretty simple, straightforward. Love that. Elvira's ghosting here, so I'm actually going to use a separate sheet for my to-do list. And oh, there is much to do this weekend. Item number 1 is to catch up on my commissions. And to make it artsy, I want to make a little drawing to represent each task here on the other side. Now, I have made no secret of the fact that I have fallen behind in my commissions. This was 100% my fault for scheduling one the week that I went camping. And because of that one rolled over, and the next thing you know, I'm trying to do 2 at once. Now, luckily, I had the wherewithal to leave an empty week here and there in my schedule in case I needed to catch up, so that's this week. I just don't know why I didn't think ahead on the camping thing, but I've had people that are on my commissions list that are writing me, and they're like, oh, I can be bumped back, and trust me, it's not necessary. This was just a little hiccup, and it's going to be corrected this weekend. But for my image, I just did a little paint palette as I will be doing a lot of painting for the commissions. Next on the list, finish Create This Book 2, episode 16. Yes, that is this episode. I like to finish filming all of my prompts and pages over the weekend. Then on Monday, I write my voiceover script, record the voiceover, film my aftershots, my intro, my outro, all that. Then come Tuesday, I'm ready to edit. So that means we've got to get the prompts done this weekend. So for the image, I just drew a copy of Create This Book 2, not my copy, a naked copy. I just wanted it to be a little more recognizable. Now moving on down the list, I need to break down boxes. I have this ridiculous leaning tower of Amazon boxes that have been accrued over the last week, and I just can't with it anymore. I need to break them down and get them into recycling already. I've had to purchase a ridiculous amount of stuff to prepare for creating an online shop. Yes, I'm opening an online shop. I announced it in this video, but some people definitely didn't watch long enough to see that part. But it's happening. I am hoping to launch by Halloween, but there is so much to do before then, so no promises. The point is, I'm currently at the phase where I'm hemorrhaging money buying everything I need to start up, and it's order after order after order on Amazon. So yeah, tower of boxes. Next on my list, clean the bathroom. Well, it's mostly the bathroom vanity. It is unlivable right now. I don't know why I let it get to this place every time where it's like I use something and don't immediately just put it back, even though it goes right there. And the next thing you know, 50 things are out on the counter that haven't been put back. There's no more counter space. It looks awful. And it's a vicious cycle. I just keep letting it happen. The good news though is this is generally like a really quick and easy mess to clean up. So let's go ahead and draw what the vanity should look like when it's clean. Next on my to-do list is to organize my art corner. Oh my gosh, it is such a disaster area right now, and it is very difficult to create like this. I bought a new little drawer organizer, but I haven't actually put anything in them yet because I also have another like rolly cart that's coming from Amazon this weekend. So once it arrives, I can work on organizing everything. One step at a time. I am super excited for that task though. Organizing is just one of my all-time favorite things to do. And if I hadn't been waiting for the cart, I definitely would have done it first. Guess I'm just gonna have to work on all of these prompts surrounded in clutter. For the drawing, I just chose to do the long-awaited supply cart. Okay, this one, definitely not mandatory, but definitely something that I'd like to do at some point this weekend. Bake brownies. I bought a box of brownie mix like a week ago and just have not gotten around to making them. They are Cody's favorite sweet treat, and as I've been falling behind with the YouTube stuff, he's definitely been picking up the slack around the house, doing the dishes and the laundry and whatnot, so I think it would be really nice to bake him a batch of his favorite brownies just to show my appreciation. Definitely want to get around to that. For the drawing, I just wanted to do a big bowl of that brownie batter. Random sidebar, does anyone remember the brownie batter blizzard from Dairy Queen? Ugh, so yummy. And my last mission for the weekend, and this is a tough one for me. Go to bed before 2 a.m. I have to start getting more than 5 hours of sleep a night. My body has definitely seemed to adjust to the lack of sleep, but I know it's not good for me. I know it's not sustainable. So I'm going to make a real effort to get to bed at a reasonable hour this weekend. For my little image, I'm just drawing myself asleep in bed with a looming clock set to 2 a.m. Now, I've never had one of those fancy sleep masks because I don't like anything like touching my face while I sleep, but it's very aesthetic for the picture. It looks so cute. Okay, now with all of the images done, it's juicy highlight time. Okay, now I want my list itself to look like notebook paper. I've done this before. It's a super easy effect to create, but I love doing it so much. Like, I don't get sick of it. Okay, now time to jump ahead to the future and start crossing things off my list. I remember when Kara from Anchored Art Designs did this prompt, she asked if anyone was the type to add something that they've already done to their to-do list just so that they can cross it off immediately. I 100% always do that. You have to start the list off strong with something you've already done. Well, as it turns out, I actually ended up finishing both of my commissions this morning before even starting these prompts. This one was a fun little screen grab from the film Megalopolis, but I had fun attempting to recreate it with watercolor and acrylic and colored pencils. And this duo was made for an author who wanted me to bring two of her book characters to life. I loved this because they were twin brothers, but you know, the kind that couldn't be more different. So yeah, done it. We can cross it off right away. Next was the rest of the Create This Book episode, which I did complete much later in the day, but obviously I can't show you. That would ruin the surprise for the rest of this video. But yes, we done it. Check. Boxes, oh boxes. Box cutter, 5 minutes, and this was another relatively easy one to check off my list. Done it. Boom. Ugh, the bathroom. This one wasn't too crazy though, since everything pretty much went from being on the vanity to back to its home within the vanity. No sweat, no legwork, a little light cleaning, and voila. Good as new. You'd never know it was just a disaster. Done it. Another one bites the dust. Organize Art Corner. Unfortunately, Amazon did not come through for me. I hate when they don't stick to their delivery dates, but as a result, I was unable to complete this task this weekend. Bake brownies. Did I need to do it? No. Did I really have the time to do it? No, but you bet your biscuits, I done it. I actually got some help from my Feeblicious, and it ended up being one of the nummiest batches of brownies ever. They were totally gone by the next day, and this time it was not just me that obliterated them. Finally, go to bed before 2 a.m. Yup, I did it! I do think if I had been able to organize my corner, I probably would have been up way later and wouldn't have gotten to check this off. But I wrapped it up just after 11. Check. With that, we can glue these into the book. And let's just add a little zhuzh to the prompt. I want to stick with that fun blue, purple, and pink palette. And we're done. I actually had fun with this prompt. I had a lot to get done. I'm super proud that I pretty much completed the list, and getting stuff done is just so much more gratifying when you can physically cross it off a list. Am I right? So now we are on to the next prompt. Create a comic strip. Use these boxes to make your own comic. Well, I will be working on a separate sheet of paper and then cutting the boxes out after. I feel like comic strips should tell a story and also have some sort of action happening. For mine, I thought it would be fun to tell the story / show the actions of a Venus flytrap. I think they are just the coolest things. Carnivorous plants just feel like such a contradiction, but apparently they've evolved to grow where soil is harsh and not very nutrient rich, so they've adapted to consuming bugs to get their nutrients. Also, fun fact, they rarely eat flies. Apparently spiders and ants are more common prey for the fly trap, but for the sake of art, I will be using a fly in my comic. So box 1, we're starting with just a regular Venus flytrap, just chillin'. She is a little hungry though, so in box 2, you can see her leaves start secreting a sweet nectar to draw in some lunch. Box number 3, in buzzes a little fly, and he's loving the nectar like, ooh yeah girl, that's the good stuff, yummy. He is going to town and hasn't even realized in box 4 that he's struck one of the Venus's trigger hairs on her leaves. Now when these are touched, an electrical impulse is sent telling her that there's something tasty in her grasp, and a timer begins as pictured in box 5. Now if little fly guy here touches another one of the hairs again within 20 to 30 seconds, snap. Box number 6. 4 times faster than the blink of an eye, she snaps shut and she's got him trapped now. Her teeth, or cilia, are literally like prison bars. There is no escaping. And in box number 7, you can see the more little fly guy struggles to get free and hits her trigger hairs, the tighter she closes on him. Box number 8 is going to be a peek at what's happening inside the Venus now. She begins secreting digestive fluid that dissolves the soft tissues and organs of poor little fly guy. Her leaves then absorb that nutrient-rich fly smoothie as seen in box number 9, but this is a slow process. Around a week later, she's going to spit out all that's left of little fly guy, which is just a husk of his exoskeleton. And yeah, that's the fascinating grisly cycle of the Venus flytrap. Now let's bring it all to life with some color. Now let's glue all of our boxes onto the page. Ooh, I love. Add a little bit of love to the prompt. And this one is done. I love it. Venus flytraps are so wild, so interesting. I really like this comic strip. I think it shows good action. It tells a story and it was fun. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, that brings us to our final prompt of the week. Create a miracle. Make the impossible possible. Okay, I was still stuck on the concept of a comic strip, and I thought of one of my favorite music videos for one of my favorite songs, which is Take On Me by a-ha. If you don't know it, well, girl reads comic, sees hot boy in comic, oh my gosh, impossible, oh, he wants her to join him, aren't we so in love? Uh-oh, there's a tussle, angry racers, don't ask questions, just bail. But what about him? There he is. Ooh, now we can be together forever. Great video. Anyways, I loved the idea of capturing that impossible yet incredible moment where his hand emerges from the comic and takes hers. Oh, it makes me feel all types of warm and fuzzy watching it. First, I needed to fill in that comic with a few little snippets from the video. With the line work done, we can move on to the color. Let's smooth some of these blends and punch up the colors with a little colored pencil. Okay, and then for his hand, I wanted to honor the video where it looked super sketchy, like it was pencil drawn, so I just used plain old pencil and did some kind of hatchy shading on it. Ugh, I love it so much already. I didn't have much of an idea for the other page, so I just decided to do another snippet of the comic in the video, but just like a corner peeking in onto the page. So funny, this is turning into like a week of grid drawings. Every prompt has little drawings tucked into aesthetic little square formats. That was not intentional, but I do enjoy the serendipity of it all. Hey, speaking of, anyone out there know the movie Serendipity? With John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale? Oh my gosh, I just saw it recently for the first time and it is so stinking cute. I'm a sucker for rom-coms and watched it and was like, how did no one make more of a fuss about this back in like 2000 when it came out?
I quite enjoyed it.
Sorry, that was totally random. Back to these little drawings. They were fun and quick. I like quick, especially when I'm coming up on my new bedtime. All right, I think we're ready to glue them in. Oh, yes, this is exactly what I had in mind. I'm super happy with how it came out, and I think it's safe to say we have made the impossible possible with this page. With that, we are another week down, and we can go ahead and do our little recap. We created a to-do list, a long-running list of tasks that I needed to complete this weekend. Even though I wasn't able to complete everything, I'm super happy with everything I did get done. The art corner got done eventually, just didn't make it into the video. The little drawings were cute, and the best news of all is I am officially caught up on everything now. We created a comic strip showing the progression of a hungry Venus flytrap, luring, capturing, consuming, and expelling poor little fly guy who just wanted a little sugar. I've always wanted a Venus flytrap for myself, and this honestly didn't help with that. I think it would be cool to see in person. I think the drawings are super fun, and those colors, oof, love this page. And lastly, we created a miracle, making this impossible scene possible. The comic world collides with the real world with this little nod to one of my favorite music videos. It tugs at my heartstrings, it makes me feel romantic, it brings back nostalgia, and there's a catchy song stuck in my head now. Just all of the things, it hits all of the points. I love this one so much. Definitely my favorite for the week. Well, I guess that's it for this week. I'm not ready for you guys to go. But seriously, let me know if you'd be interested in a live stream. We might get to spend a little bit more time together that way. I don't know. We'll think about it. Short as it was, I had a lot of fun with these 3 prompts. I thank you guys so very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.